Hey everybody, welcome to the old Monday Night Slot Cars. Hope everybody's doing well for, like I said, for a Monday evening. But we got to start off the week somewhere. Not every day can be a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday. Hey Paul, thanks for showing up, buddy. Hey Mike, yep, fired up. It's Monday. Hey Pete, thanks for showing up, man. Hey John. Hey Matt, thank you for showing up. Hey Randy. Hey Mike and Steffi, light some sparks and melting some Super 3s. Hey Steve. Hey Slightly Mad. Hey, Bruce. Hey, James. Rick. Hey, Mike. Mike number 2. I guess 3, maybe. Thank you all for showing up. Obviously, we're not on the track tonight, but I do have a pretty couple of awesome track sets. If you didn't catch it earlier today, while I was on my first break, I took, before I tore down the little stuff for Saturday night, the shadow box, or the picture box, or whatever you want to call it. I put a short out for the set cars for each of the track sets, and I tried to put the music to be in reference to said track sets. So, for the love of us mics, yes. Hey, Bob. Don't forget, everybody, tomorrow night, the Electric Avenue Unlimited class. Hey, Jeremy, long time no see, buddy. Thank you for joining in, man. Hey, there's Luke. Hope you're recovering well. Hey, Jim, I literally just watched your video of the unboxing, and you're most welcome, my friend. And I'm glad now you have 4 cop cars, so now you and 3 other people can get out there and see who's got the fastest car. Oh, cool. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, no, I don't know if a lot of people knew of the Mamas and the Papas, but whenever I knew that I was doing the California band Speedway, there was there was Beach Boy songs and stuff like that popped into my brain, but that was the very first song that popped into my brain was the Mamas and the Papas. And so I thought that was cool. And then with the double fire, what I thought was cool, once again, songs from my youth, I immediately thought of Sammy Hagar. Kadreamin', yeah. Yes, Mom. And thank you, like I said, Steve. And I think if you guys enjoy that, any night that I'm going to be on a Monday night that I'm going to be doing a track set, what I'll do is on my first break from work, before I tear down like I said, the box, then I'll put the set cars up there, and I'll try to do a theme song that's, semi-linked to them. Hey, Rob, thank you for showing up, buddy. And so before we get too far, I owe everybody an apology. I was out at my mom's yesterday and my parents mowing, and then I stayed late for dinner. And by the time I got back and dogs, my life, I didn't have time to crack open the computer. In fact, I fell asleep before the end of the NBA game. So after tonight's show, after I get the dogs fed, everybody that won a free prize is going to get it shipped out. Everybody that thank you again for purchasing a slot car during the auction, or slot cars, as the case may be. Then your invoices will go out via email after the show. So, hey, Esmo. No, that's good, Luke, man. I'm just, the main thing is your health, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining in, and be safe. And Dell, you sent me a text. I'm guessing, was there a picture that was supposed to be with the dimensions? Because I'm guessing that was a slot car table. And Rob, if you like Trans Ams, then I'm going to give you all the AFX Trans Ams that I've got tonight. And Rick, I'm glad to see you're here, buddy, and you didn't blow away in the storms. New package mail today. It's a Beauty Clark. Okay. Well, if the Postal Service does me right, it sounds like Keith Rooster Horton's got a package heading this way. So we'll have a look what Scott's got for Saturday. Wow. Like I said, thank everybody for showing up tonight. And I did convince Adam to send me pictures of him on Christmas with his track set, and then he sent me a bonus picture of him and his dad racing slot cars, and I thought it was badass. So I'm doing my best to find him another one of these track sets, and he's going to get a surprise one of these days. But the double fire track sets that you see here, Adam actually owned as a young child. Yeah, well, yeah, 3 weeks from this Saturday, Bobby. I didn't mean this Saturday. You've learned. Hey, Bear, how's it going, buddy? No problem. Watch your Star Trek. You're good, man. Okay, let's get rid of that. I was trying to get rid of that. When you know another commercial. So has Adam made it in here yet? Hey, Esmo, well, thank you for joining in, man. I hope you enjoy it. My Monday night shows, I usually do a combination of a track set or sets, cars that may be associated with them, and some racing, or some lap times on the track. But I've got Mark with Mark's Slot Car Garage confirmed that the Vetnator made it safe to Florida. So the Missouri Pony Express actually got it to Florida in one piece. And so hopefully he can do surgery on him and we can have him back on the track here in a couple, 2-3 weeks or more. Hey, dude. Thanks for showing up, man. All right. Well, I don't see Adam in here. So this is little Adam Hurt, Christmas Day. With the track set that we're showing off tonight. And I thought that was badass too. And thank you, Adam, for sharing that, man. That's awesome. And then the best part, the best picture to me is the next one I'm going to show you. And this is a way young Adam racing slot cars with his dad on that TYCO set that they thought that his dad said he thought he got it from Montgomery Ward's or J.C. Penney or Sears. But you can see it was one of their huge ones, and it was mail order. So that was Adam's first introduction to slot cars. And thank you, buddy, for sharing that. That is awesome. If you guys don't remember, whenever I got my first slot car track, my dad and my uncle, it was just a simple TYCO figure 8. And back in the day, they actually sold sets with one car, and they didn't know if I was going to like slot cars. So they bought that set, and my dad and my uncle raced it for like the first hour before I even got to touch the controller. And it finally took my aunt and my mom tell them that they were looking like punishing me playing with my toy, and I hadn't even got to touch it yet. Yeah, baby Adam, yeah. Oh, cool. Well, let me know the name of the eBay store, Esmo. Yeah, I do sell slot cars on Saturday night, unless that's what you're talking about, Mike. See, that's awesome, Pete. That's what I'm talking about. And just throw this out there. This wasn't even planned to even talk about, but as you know, a lot of the new phones are coming out with AI. I now have a new phone that actually works. And so I've asked the Gemini AI, what's the future of slot cars? And the very first line out of my Gemini was that slot cars are making a huge comeback. And as more people start to retire, the hobby seems to be growing again. And that's exactly what's going on. So people of all ages that used to play with slot cars are looking for something to do. So thank you for sharing that, Pete. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's Adam. There's the man of the hour. Hey, Josh, thanks for showing up, man. Yeah, I used to do it on eBay. I haven't listed anything on Evil Bay since I started doing the auctions on here because I'd rather do them here than deal with them there. You jinxed it. So Adam, on his way home, he called me from work and he was heading to Lowe's to be Mr. Handyman. And he shows me a picture, tells me how it's supposed to mount, and it says, "This won't take me 10 minutes." And I said, "You just jinked yourself." And that's what he's referring to. Because anybody that knows, if you make plans to do a project and you are brave enough to say, "I can finish that in X amount of time," you're guaranteeing that it's going to take twice as long or more. All right. Hey, well, while you're over there, be sure and hit, while you're over there, be sure and hit the pawn shops and secondhand stores. They've got a thing that they do that they gather that people bring. Is kind of like a swap meet thing that they do on weekends in Europe, is my understanding. But you might be able to find a lot of cool HO cars and track sets over there. There was a lull in between. It's a boot sale. There it is. Yes. Because people drive up and then they put their stuff in their trunk, but they call it the boot. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, don't forget your old good buddy Scott when you find those rare TYCO track sets. You know, my number's down below in case you don't have it in your phone. I'm just saying, you know, just bring a big bag because, you know, these track sets can get pretty bulky. You might have to leave some clothes behind, but that's okay. Micro scale electrics. I bet that is really cheap over there, Mike. Yeah, good call. Because they're dirt cheap over here, so I can only imagine what they're like over there. You'll probably come home with a suitcase full of that. Cool. Well, I'm going to swing the camera around. I'm going to show the track sets, and then I'll move the star of the night, I guess, the one that you can kind of see the corner here of the AFX double fire. We'll move it out of the way, and then we'll start off with the California van Speedway, and then I'll show you the set vans that came in it. I'll show you the AFX specialty chassis vans that I personally own, and including this track set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 9 is all I have. I don't have a lot of the vans. But what's really cool is since we don't have anything on the track, I do have both of my AFX books here. So we should be able to cover the years between both these track sets and maybe learn something about all the cars and vans that I've got set out here. Might as well leave your wife behind. Usually what I think about cars. Yeah. Whenever you get home, just tell her that the airline lost her bag. And then hide it real quick. And that way she never knows that you actually filled it with slot cars. Whatever it takes. Well, you know, Mission Impossible, whatever is coming out. So this is your mission if you choose to accept it. Who's going to carry the slot cars then? Yeah. Oh, Bob, you're cruel. All right, so let me swing it around. She'll be happy to replace all of her clothes. That's what I was thinking. Hey, well, you know, I do have friends that are married, and I listen. And I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. I may not be the brightest bulb, but I flicker every so often. I'm bringing my video, so we're good on that point. Nice. Bring the loot home in. Now that's good thinking there, Mike. That way you keep the wife happy. You don't have to buy her a new outfit, and you have more money to spend on slot cars. So there you go. Mike has the answers. Mike Roth has the answers. We got several mics in here, so I'll specify. Like I said, if you caught the 2 shorts that I did today, and I'm going to try to do that every time I have a track set on a Monday night that I'm going to do, is show the cars with a little minute short. And then if you read the description, you'll actually see what the track set is. So I did California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas for the California band Speedway race set. And then I did Sammy Hagar Trans Am for the Double Fire AFX Aurora Tommy. And like I said, I picked out songs from my youth that I could remember, and nothing modern, you know, because I was trying to match the age of the track sets per se. So anyway, like I mentioned, we're going to start off with the California band Speedway, and then we'll end up with Adam's Christmas present when he was a young man, and then show off some of the Trans Ams that I have besides those 2 set ones. So you got my trusty Mountain Dew. We're good to go. As long as I don't knock it off in the floor. There we go. So as you can see there, the California band Speedway. It's like I mentioned to Adam, this is back in the day when they showed you pictures of something and then they gave you something different. And that's the case here. So I got a blue and white van, but it's not that blue and white van. And it's supposed to have a spoiler. But anyway, so this one is the one that replaces the blue and white van. And this is the one that replaces the one that I call like the Fall Guy van. And yeah, this is going to be one that is going to be on display on my shelves that I'm putting up in my living room. And yeah, Schiff, this is the reason why I plan on displaying them. Yeah, the old classic AFX. You know, it's got the crossover, you know, the timing bridge and the control tower that were made out of cardboard. I can't honestly tell you if those are even still in there or not. My main thing is I wanted the vans, and they're in great shape, by the way. So here's the blue one. And quite honestly, I hadn't seen this one for sale. I'm sure it's out there. It's just that it never caught my eye. And then, believe it or not, there's 2 versions of this van, and I didn't know it until I got that track set. And I'll show you both versions of the van and what's different. But what I think is cool is they kept it 70s themed with the Keep on Trucking. Yeah, they got the portals back there. Yeah, the custom van windows. This one's got the dual portals, and then it's got the air dam on the front. See, it's a little more custom. And then obviously it has the livery. And so, since I got them both up there, here I'll go down, and then I'll show you. Okay, so like I mentioned, this one's supposed to be that one. This one's supposed to be that one. You know, same theme. One of them has like the Dodge work van, and then this is the more like the California dreaming. Peace, love, '60s van. And if you remember one of my track sets where I said that the sister sold me the track set, and this was one of the ones that was included in that track set. Well, just so happens it's the same van. Nice. Bill. Hey, Mark. Shaggin' wagons, yes. And so this is what I call it. Looks like the Fall Guy truck to me, colors. So that's why I call it the Fall Guy van. But it even has a little portal there, and it's got the little side vents. So there's the van that's supposed to be there. I don't have that van. But like I mentioned, I do have a different version of this van here. I guess it would help if I put stuff in the shot that I'm talking about. And here, I guess it helps if I put that there. So you notice this one has chrome side pipes, and this one has the pipes, but they're not chromed. And so I'm guessing that's something like the cost savings, cost cutter, however you want to put it, with TYCO that they did. And just to show you, I'll put both vans up here, because actually the graphics on the side are a different shade too. So here. So as you can see, this is the one that's not in the set, and it has the chrome pipes, and the red's a little darker. And this is the one that came in the set, and it's more faded, and there is no chrome on it. They both say keep on trucking. And first I thought this one was just faded, but it is actually a different color. Probably like around 30 bucks. Yeah, cost cutter, Bill. That's what I was thinking. And I'm guessing about 30 bucks or so, because it's just a basic figure 8 with, probably a 6 and a 9 and 115, and then the 9-inch there, and then probably another 9-inch there. So here, I mean, that was one of the things that I thought was cool about finding that out about the vans. Well, I guess I'll put the sets. There we go. And then the other ones that I have are kind of similar, but here's like the orange version of that being a work van. And if you notice, it's not that the stripe's missing anything. It's where the door handles are, or the hinge for the door, which I thought was a pretty cool detail. And then I love the colored glass that they put in these old vans and older cars. Yeah, the van is rocking, don't bother knocking. Exactly. That's a Stevie Ray Vaughan song too. If the houses are rocking, though, not the van. But so I have 3 different orange vans basically. And then got the 2 rescue vans in the white and orange, and the red and the gold. And then I got the Popo paddy wagon there. And the only one that I have is that's brand new is this one. Got me a yellow one to go with all the orange. You're watching this, man. Chris Farley, I love it. I live in a van down by the river. So there's the extent of Scott's van collection, so to speak, as far as AFX goes. So, and then the track set. So let me pull this out of the way here real quick, and I want to see if I can find a date on this bad boy real quick. See, here's some of the. I loved it when they included stuff like this in all their packages. So here's those G Plus cars. Once again, if you own this, you own a nice, expensive car. I wish I could show you this one, but I don't have it. And then the back. These are what I call dream catalogs, man. This is the kind of stuff you get, you just dream. And there's ironically, the van from the track set. Just to show off the inside again, there's the command and control center, data race computer center, the flex track that sucked. All the 18-wheelers, good stuff. And it did have the bridge gantry in here, and it does have the timing tower. So that's cool. Let's see how old this is, if there's anything with a date. This is the only paperwork that's in here, so let me look and see if there's anything on the box real quick. $1978, I think, is what that says. Let's get the magnifying. 1979. There we go. So, 30, 21, what, 46 years old? So, 46-year-old track set. Got the original vans that came in the track set. Actually have one of them that's the cover. Obviously, I'm going to try to find the white one to go with it. Kind of cool. It's still got the cardboard cutouts in it. Just show you real quick in case people didn't realize the old school AFX track. Oh, I can't count how many times I broke these things off. And then you have to get the track clips to clip the track together. There's your old punch-in guardrails. I mean, yeah, this is like the track sets that I grew up on with my AFX. And eventually, I'm going to show one of my old AFX tracks. So let me dig in the book here real quick and let me see what we can find out about some of these vans. My Sharona, nice. Wasn't that the knack? My Sharona. I think it was. Sorry for the dead air. I'm flipping through the book. 131, that's one of the pages with the Trans Ams on it, so I need to remember that one. All righty, what do you know? Very next page. And so, just like I mentioned, they're calling that a purple, I guess. So there's the 3 custom vans that were made from 76 to 79. And then there's my yellow van there, and there's my orange van. So I about got them all. I'm 3 away from those. And then here's the emergency vehicle vans. Obviously I need to get the Popo van. My scrotum. Forgot about that, Mary. And those were made 76, 78, and 78 to 79 for the police. So, pretty cool. So I've got quite a few of the vans, and then here's the top ones. So I've got that van, and I've got that van, but I don't have the black van. So there's the van that's down by the river with blacked out windows. Oh, crack me up. Nothing says creeper van like that. But yeah. So I didn't realize I had such a good amount of the vans. I thought there was a lot more than that. See what I get for thinking? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going to set the book down and leave it open for the next set of cars. Let me move the vans out of the way, and then we'll get Trans Ams Summer up here. There's a little preview. Did not realize I was so close to the vans. I'm less than 5 away. That's pretty cool. As a collector, you know, you're always trying to find a collection of something. So if you missed it earlier, this is the AFX double fire track set. That's what I thought I had to do. There we go. Back it off a little bit. So this is from the picture that I showed earlier from Adam's youth. Yeah, all the vans are what they call the AFX were called the specialty chassis, and then Auto World calls them their 4 gears. Child molester edition. Yeah. Hey, little girl, you want some candy? Go for a ride in my creeper van. So this is the track set that we showed off that Adam had when he was a youngster that he was gracious enough to share with me. And in case you missed it, I'll show it off one more time since we're there. So there's young Adam on Christmas Day. You can see the Christmas tree behind him. And then you can see on the floor, they already have the track set up, which is just freaking awesome. So thank you again, Adam, for sharing that, buddy. So we got the Trans Am double night of fire, a whole 13 feet. And if you notice, it's the what I call like a helix. It's the double figure 8, basically. I guess why they're calling it the double fire. And then 2 Trans Ams. So. And then here, once again, this is which I wish they would do this stuff again with new track sets and show you cars that, you know, would give you something to dream about. If you watched the show last Saturday night, we actually auctioned off a semi-damaged version of that one there. But I actually own all of those. I own all but that one there. I own all of those. I own all of those. So this would have been something that if I was younger, I'd have been sitting going, oh, I want to get that car, just because there's a whole set. That's the collector's mentality. And this one's hard to get because of the fact of that right there. So 1989, so it's 36 years old if my math is correct. And it's from Tomy. This is when the toy manufacturer in Japan actually had them. And when they did that, they included them included their turbo chassis lighted, and there's only 4 of the lighted turbo chassis that I see there. Race in the dark without missing the action. Real working headlight beam shoots shafts of light on the track when you race in the dark. And then when you hit the first corner, you can watch it fly until the lights go off. Yeah. I gotta do my buddy Adam a solid and try to get him one of these bad boys so he can relive his childhood Christmas morning with his dad. We'll see if that's going to stay there. If it's not, I'll flip it around the other way. We'll just let it lean that way. Yep, there we go. Problem solved. And I'll go ahead and zoom in so we can get a closer look at awesome cars. Obsessive collector's disorder. Yes, I resemble that remark. And the funny thing is it didn't start out that way. Yeah, I think you're right, Mayor. I'd have to do some digging to see on the exact, but I think Tommy was the one that revolutionized and changed from the old style Aurora AFX to the current lock style that we currently enjoy with them in Auto World. But, you know, I'm all about making sure I give accurate information, but that is something I'll do some research on and try to have an answer for Saturday night. So here's both the set cars that came in that track set. And one of them, believe it or not, still has the bulb and it still lights up. The other one got ripped off. That's okay. A little solder and the bulb will be fine. Notice one of them has Firebird and the other one has Pontiac on it, and the birds are both gold. And Goodyear AFX and STP. And then they got different tails. Firebird and Turbo. So some definite differences. You have the number 3. Oh, cool. Are you talking about the BMW here, Rob? Mayor, I think you're onto something there. Yeah, I would have to agree. So we'll put these up as kind of like a car show style because we got several of them. Well, not several. We got a few of them to go through. And then I'll show them off in the book. And I think there's another page with them somewhere in here with them because there's some that aren't showing up that I see. But maybe that's it and just different variations. Oh, nice, Rob. Yeah, see, now the collector in you wants to get this one. And I'll try to find one. So rather than me hold them all up, I'll hold them all up and then just go down the line, and then I'll put more of them, you know, individually on the small thing there. But so here's my list of all my other Trans Ams, and like I said, I just got like 7 more there. You can see they're all a little different. Some are Magna traction, some are turbo chassis. You can see I tried to group them together how they did the Firebirds differently on the hoods. And I will have one of these for sale in the next couple of weeks. Not that one, but one like it. Here, So here's this one. And see, it came with a lighted magnet traction. And if you don't have any of these, I like these Trans Ams. They handle really good. You can put almost any chassis you want to underneath them. That's an AFX older one. You can put a Super 7. You can put a Viper. You can put a Jag. Notice the other one had black glass, and this one's got what they call the gray glass. And but I'm missing the sticker, but you can see right in there where the line was where it got taken off. It was taken off before I got it. Oh yeah, they are, Keith. I got a couple of them in the box. I wish I need to get some to actually race. Remember, we auctioned off those that Steve made with his Super 7 chassis pinned to them. Those were badass. Auctioned them off. I think Rob and Bruce both bought those. So there's another one. And then I'll do all the colors in order. So, and here's my last yellow. Once again, it's on that gray glass, and it does have the Pontiac in it. And this time they just outlined the bird. And I don't know if Tate's watching, the Angry Coyote, but he used to own a 1980 Turbo Trans Am. And I can't tell you all the things we did in that car, but it was a blast. The OF bodies. And that one's on a turbo chassis. I don't know if this one's lighted or not. Let's pull it apart and see. No, no bulb in this one. Need to put a bulb in it. Go to black. Hey, Steve, thanks for showing up, man. Late and lurking, not a problem, man. Thank you for showing up. And good luck tomorrow. You notice sometimes they black it out and they act like there's a license plate there, and then sometimes they have a livery, you know, says turbo or whatever, and then other times they don't. They change it all up. You know, this one says formula on it. And then they colored in the bird red on this one. And then I don't know if they got lazy with this version of the bird or not, but they really didn't do. Well, there's a nice piece of the microfiber cloth. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Got rid of one of them. Oh well, just understand there's microfiber cloth there. That's what that is right there, I guess. Yeah. I'll worry about that later. We're just showing off the cars. So that's a funky looking, like modern version of the bird, I guess. And this one doesn't have anything on it. It just says number 10 or 16 one. Fire hot, yeah. Notice they changed the, you know, the yellow ones. A couple of them had the gray glass, and these have the your normal reflective see-through. So you can see the armature. And obviously that means it's on a turbo chassis. No, need to put a bulb in this one. Okay, and then we'll get to the ones with numbers. There's that gray glass again, so you can see the reflection of my ceiling fan. And if you notice there, that's clear. Yeah, I kind of like these blue ones. The next one's actually my favorite color, but it doesn't have the birdie on it. And I think the sharp eye might be able to see. Yeah, it's supposed to be lighted. You can see where the solder was on both the sides. So, well, thank you, Steve. Yeah. I have Tate to actually thank Angry Coyote because when we started doing our Vipers, he had one that was like this, and he stuck his Viper underneath it, and he was blowing us all away because the body's so light. These things are really thin on top, and so it's just a light body. It's low slung. If you don't mind destroying one, because he destroyed his, you can put a Viper underneath it, and it will fly. But those are clear because they also came with the blazing brakes. That's ironic. Hey, Ted, thanks for showing up. And Ted, Rick, that's funny because I used a buddy's Trans Am in high school to try to pick up a girl. Kicked him out of the car and convinced him to let me go pick her up to go to a football game. Didn't work. But at least I got to drive his car. I remember to this day I was listening to the Talking Heads Burning Down the House. So, and here's the one that I think's the best looking color wise, but like I said, it doesn't have the fire chicken on it. And if you remember the ass end on the other one, it was all like a see-through red. Well, looks like to me they used the same one, they just painted it. Well, once again, you can see where the bulb wires were. Fireless bird, yes, Randy. Yeah, I like the grabber blue Mustang color. I'm a big sucker for that. And I like the grabber blue Mavericks back in the day. And so that's just a good looking car to me. It'd be really cool if it had a Poncho 454 in it. So, while I got it zoomed in there, you can see speed steer, magnet traction, blazing brakes, 1981. So missing that one, got that one, got that one, got that one. Don't have that one, need that one. And I need that one. Yep, I got that one. So I need both of those. Got that. So I'm close. Had a 78 Firebird Esprit as a consolation gift for Dad. Chaining my 69 Camaro SS to the tree out front. That wasn't much of a trade. I'd have borrowed somebody's blowtorch. So there's the Trans Ams. I'm missing 4 of them, apparently, from this book. But I know there's more. So give me just a second. Let me see if there are any in this book. Because I think there are. Because there's turbo chassis in here. So there should be. Like I said, this is the laid back, just showing off and trying to get some history on some cars. So hopefully you guys are semi-entertained with what's going on. I know there's no cars on the track like normal, but yeah, there are. Here they are. Because I didn't see my set cars on there. And I'm like, well, I got set cars. So there's my set cars right there. And there's, no, here's my set cars. Yeah. And then there's that other one. So I got the 3 turbo chassis versions, and I'm 4 away from having the Magna traction versions. Wow, Ted, are you serious? Dude, if you do, let me know and I'll buy them from you, my friend. That'd be awesome. Like Keith mentioned, my OCD, wanting to make collections out of everything. Oh no, those are set vets. Just a second here. These 2 right here, yeah, these are set cars right here, Mayor. And if you like Testarossas, hint, hint, there might be one for sale here real soon. Hint, hint, on my show on Saturday night. Hint, hint. Yeah, last time I saw these things on eBay, they went for over $200. They're pretty pricey. I did sell one of those the other day. Steve with Rooster Racing got it for his fiance, Jamie. And see, Rob, there's several of those BMWs. There's yours right there. I've got that one, but I don't even have that one there. That one's a hard one to find. And once again, I want to thank Todd with Toju Racing. After we're all done tonight with my show, you need to be sure and go check out the Monday Ramble. And I love his thumbnails. He's always doing something from our childhood, and this week it's Skeletor. This one you can get at Bud's HO. This one you can actually buy on Amazon and eBay. And the same thing with the TYCO. And thank you again, Rick. This is the new one. I tell you what I'll do is I'll try to buy a couple of these, and I'll make them available to sale for the first person that says they want them whenever I have them on my Saturday night show. You can't have one that's autographed by Bob Beers unless you get a hold of the mayor or somebody that knows Bob and see him at a show. But and Slot Car Central would be another good place. Yeah. And thank you again, Mayor, for doing that. And you can see these are, look at that. It's 27 years old. Same thing with this thing, 27 years old. So whenever I tell people, when they put collector values in these books, that was from then. Fast forward 27 years, and the number of cars aren't there. It's just simple math. It's like, the best way I can describe it is if you remember seeing a bunch of Dodge K cars when they came out. Everybody remembers the cereal box that looked like a little kid drew the rectangle and put wheels on it. How many of those you see around now? There were millions of those made. How many of those you see driving around now? Not very many. Exactly, Steve. Yeah, see, Bill, that's what I'm talking about. Now, A, they were pieces of shit, pardon my French, but B, my point being, they can make millions of something, and time will make it eventually less available. Not necessarily collectible in the K cars case, but as slot cars go, definitely will make them more collectible. So, as an example, I don't know if you guys know this about the book, but I'll just show it real quick since we've still got some time. And I can explain what I'm talking about value. So, collectors base their value on availability and then condition. So there you can see the availability: 5 common, 4 or 5 very common, 4 common, 3 average, 2 rare, 1 very rare, and 0 sure not if exists. Now, I have some 0 cars. I think G-Bud's got some. I think Rich has some. So those are cars that were actually put in production, but they made enough of the pre-production bodies, and then they got found in those Singapore warehouses that somebody bought them and they put them back out on the market. I've got like 5 or 6 0 cars. So the ones that you're looking for are the 1s or the 2s. My point being is 27 years ago, there are cars that were listed as 5, 4, 3. But in 27 years, I honestly think you could bump those all up a section because there's just not that many of those cars out there. It's getting harder and harder to find more variety of TYCO carded cars, as an example, or Aurora carded cars, as an example. Throwaway cars, yes, Bruce, yep. With the POS. Dude, Ted, yes, please. My contact information is down there below. Reach out to me via text or email. Just hit more twice. And then you let me know how much you want for it, dude. What email address you want me to send the money to you via PayPal. And I will get that sent out to you tonight while I'm on the computer creating shipping labels and invoices for Saturday night show. Thank you, man. That's so awesome. One more down. I'll have 10 now. Yay! I'll be 4 away from having them all. The Dodge Scaries. That's awesome, Ted. Thank you, man. And Ted is one of those good people that, like I said, that I met through PTT. Like I said, good people attract other good people, and him and Adam and a few others that were on the channel in the very beginning are the ones that drug me in. And like I said, so that they're the ones that gave me hope and inspiration to actually start my channel, because I was like, well, hell, if I can have guys like that follow me, then surely I can have at least 10 or 15 people. Yeah, he does. In fact, he got his Scott's House of HO Racing shirt today and his carts that I built. Hey, bitch Ray, thanks for showing up, man. Well, you still got to let me know how much I owe you, man. Everybody on this channel, and you should know this well, my friend, I appreciate gifts, but I always try to repay them. It's just my way of saying thank you and showing my appreciation. So either I pay for it or I get you a surprise. It's your choice. But one way or another, something will be coming your way. Everybody knows that's how I roll. In fact, my buddy Jim with Jim Slot Car Obsessions found that out, and I even told him, don't argue with me. And then he ended up getting a police car that he needed to have 4 for his 4-lane track. See, it all works out. Karma. See, Steve, that's how a lot of us all met, is through Brian. And like I said, him and Ryan and Tim, the 3 of them really supported my channel when it very first got started. And I know you guys barely see Tim anymore, and you barely see Ryan anymore. But they sent me stuff to give away. They promoted me on the live stream during, COVID, when everybody was locked up. So I support them in any way possible that I can. That's why you see their sticker everywhere. That's why I always have them in my description and stuff like that, because that's how I met Adam. That's how I met Ted. that's how I met several good people in this hobby and gave me the courage to go ahead and start my own channel. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Did you just read what Ted wrote? And if you're watching this later, please look at the chat. U of M is Ted. And he's, like I said, that's good people do stuff out of the goodness of their heart without expecting anything in return. And that's how I am. Like I said, so thank you, Ted, man. I appreciate that. But tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you something you can use. Whenever you reach out to Adam, tell him what color and size of t-shirt, and I'll send you Scott's House of HO Racing shirt. Yeah. So that way you can rep the Scott's House in Michigan. Hey, there's Kitten. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for showing up, man. And if you missed Saturday night show, I haven't seen Steve with Rooster Racing in here tonight. I know he's moving, but he did send me a shirt. We did a little T-shirt exchange. And in case you missed it, I got to share this shirt again because it has to be one of the funniest shirts I've ever seen in a long time. So it's got Rooster Racing on there. And then I literally was laughing out loud when I opened this shirt up and read the back. But here it is. And if you want one of these shirts, you can go down and hit more below, and you can reach out to Steve with Rooster Racing, and you can get one of your own. I love it. My shirt doesn't say anything cool like that, Ted, but it's still a pretty cool shirt. So we'll do a trade. Not a very equal trade, but if it's the only way I can get you to take a gift from me, then that's what I'll do. So we'll get you a shirt, and you'll send me a car, and hopefully you're happy because I know I'm going to be happy. Are there any questions on any of the cars that I've shown tonight, or the vans, or the track sets, or basically they're about 10 years apart in age, two different versions of AFX. Yeah, I'm glad to see Kenton got his Zimbabwe internet working. Between him and Steve, you never know who's going to be able to stay on live the longest. Wow, another commercial. YouTube must be hurting for cash this month. Oh, Ted, don't be that way. Okay, I'll give it to someone else. Thank you, buddy, for your longtime friendship and support. You've been there just as long as Adam has with me, my friend. Thank you. The OG Bandit car. Well, I don't know that I have an OG Bandit car, but I'll show I got 3 black ones, and I'll show you all 3 black ones that I've got. I'll swing the camera around so. Okay, Rob. Well, I'm going to take a year membership out of that so you can become a member again on the channel. We missed you on the members meeting, buddy. And thank you again for that gesture. But you're going to see a credit on your bill for that because we want you back in there. Oh, hey, Zim. Well, you're just in time for me to show you the last part of the show. But so here's the only 3 black Trans Ams that I have. as far as the AFX versions go. And Ted just graciously gave me one of the ones that I don't have. So I'm 3 or 4 away from having all the different versions of the Thunder Chickens, which is pretty cool. Or Fire Chickens, as you want to call them. See, you got your gray glass and the black glass. And some of them say Firebird, and there's another ones that say Pontiac. Yeah, buddy. I put the right one by the right car. Those are the 2 set cars that came in this double fire track set. And then I put those by each other because they both had the red birds in them. And I put this one on the end because it was like the new age version. And that's the last one with the bird. And then one of the 3 without a bird at all. Blunderbirds. Yeah. No, thank you, buddy. Like I said, we missed you members. We need you back. So I'm going to take your shipping generosity, credit that off the invoice, and then that way next Saturday night you can join in, my friend. Keith, as a matter of fact, buddy, it's funny you say that because I am going to be shipping you all sorts of little itty bitty parts. And that was me scooting back my TV tray. Glad you mentioned that, Keith. I forgot to bring this one up here. So I am going to find, okay, so look at this body. It's kind of broke right there, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use this one as a mold type body for you. And but the only thing that's missing is that rear tail section. So I'm going to try to find another bird that's just destroyed that I can get that tail section off for you. And when I do, I'll send you the whole car so you can make a mold. And you'll notice it's even got the light insert so you could make them lighted if you wanted to. I'll send you that with that AC Cobra body too, buddy. And all the little parts like for Bruce and me and G-Bud. We got those pipes for the Lolas, the 40 Fords. I'm going to send you some 57 Chevy stuff. Yeah, I got a little pile of going to Keith's house for mold stuff. So yeah, but this is one of, believe it or not, this is the car that actually came in that track set, and it was damaged. And it just so happened that I already had the car that, you know, came in the track set. So my version obviously is not missing parts. The posts aren't broke and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why this one can be used to be a sacrificial lamb because it's already broken. Hey, everyone welcomes him. Welcome back, buddy. Don't like the little parts. Well, this is a big one, and then but it's made of a bunch of little parts, and you have to assemble those little parts to make the big part. Says the guy that doesn't do the molds. See how easy I made it sound? And thank you, Michael, for joining up, man. And you need to get a hold of me when you can so we can meet up and I can get you your 2 pig kits that you got. You got one gifted to you and you won one. Zim is in. Yep, Patrick. And Keith, you need to become a member too, buddy. We have all sorts of fun. We talk about you all the time on the members side. Yours got to be flaming up from about 6 o'clock on Saturday nights. Zim is in. Oh, well, I'm not even worried if it did or it didn't, dude. You know, if that's the sacrifice that needs to be made so other parts can be made, then so be it, you know. But if it doesn't, that's even better because I'll actually use this one as a racing body and just go ahead and destroy it. Yeah, Mike. That's what I'm afraid of. Nice. Oh, that's so awesome. Hey, John, thank you for joining in, man. Show us your oldest dragster. Hey, Roski, thanks for showing up, man, and good luck tomorrow night. My oldest dragster. I don't, believe it or not, I have been trying to get a hold of some of those old Aurora AFX dragsters that are about yay long. They look badass. The problem is my wallet right now is not really in good shape. And even if it was in good shape, because I'm trying to get the real Mustang running, those things go for a really pretty penny. So I don't have any of the Aurora ones, but I do have all but the latest 4 of the Auto World here. Let me see if I can, even if it'll even show through. Yeah, too bad of an angle. But yeah, this is my case full of all the Top Fuel dragsters, and the only ones I'm missing are the 4 new ones that they came out with. Michael, yeah, I'm going to eventually. That's um, besides doing my chassis, that's one of the things I want to do is do like Jim and G Bud and Joe with Blue Oval Racing and Matt with Manchild Motorsports. They all, do their own custom paint jobs and stuff with older cars or the pit kits and stuff like that. I actually want to do the airbrush and try to get into it. But hey, there's Lavassiette. How we doing? Everyone tell Lavassiette hi. She's my co-worker buddy at Big Bad Bullhorn. Exactly, yeah. Randy, those I don't know, you would think with the extra moving parts that they wouldn't run that well. So when AFX did them, they did the specialty chassis. And then Auto World, when they came out with theirs, they did the 4-gear. Are you singing California Dreamin'? Hey, oh no, hey, thanks for the tip, Mike. I'll go check it out. Hey, Slot Cars of Atlanta, thanks for showing up, man. Okay. So I sent her the link today via our inter-office communication of the California Dreamin' short that I did with the for the California Vans race set. So Lavassiette, this is the track set that song was for, the California Van Speedway. And then I showed off my van collection, which I didn't realize was pretty good. And then the other one we showed off was Adam's childhood track set. Hey, dude, whenever you get the time, let me know. Nice. California Cruising, yep. That one's going to be on the display wall because I didn't open it because they use those shadow boxes to show you the cars, I believe. God, I got a lot of track sets. In fact, here, let me, since we're winding down. So once again, I want to show off young Adam Hurt with his Christmas present track set. There it is. That's so awesome. And then I actually was rearranging my kitchen table so that I could stacked more stuff. And I took a picture, if I can find it. There it is. So, and this isn't even all of them. This is just what's in the picture. And you're wanting to see what the table, this is my kitchen table, mind you. So yeah, and it goes all the way up to the ceiling. So yeah, and there's more. I've got more than that. That's like I said, and that's too deep, by the way. I've got a problem. I've got a slot car collection problem. There you go. Yeah, no, it's not hoarding. No, no, no. I have a collection problem. Just like the cars I showed up on the back of the box there. You know, if I see a collection of cars, I can't have just one of them. I got to have all of them, even if I don't like some of them, just so I have the collection. It's mental. I'm mental. You thought you were bad? Well, see, a lot of those track sets are going to go on shelving in my living room because I do like the box art. You know, pretty cool stuff. And this is Scott's House of HO Racing. So a lot of those track sets are actually going to go on the walls. And then whatever doesn't go on the walls, on the shelving, is going to go underneath the table track here. Yeah, Steve, between this hobby and the one that's just right on the other side of this wall, which is the Mustang, yeah, I'm out. Money. I have all these ideas and no money. There's no crying here. Nope. Nope. It says it right on the door. There's no crying in slot car racing or whining or being a crybaby. Trying to hang dirt bike on the wall. I wasn't going for. Something tells me that the first woman that walks into the house that's not related to me is probably going to get a little freaked out. And I tell everybody it's going to be like the 40-year-old virgin when she walks in and see all of his little action figures everywhere. She's going to go, oh my, ooh, look at the time. I got to go. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, what I need to start doing, I got a thing. Find a race fan, yeah. What I need to do is I'm actually sit down and I need to catalog every single car, every single track set, so that it's not just whatever's on video or whatever. It's insane. Guilty pleasure, yeah. Everyone says, "Don't. What are you doing playing with toys?" And I'm like, "Well, it's either toys that I can afford or the toy that I can't afford, which is the Mustang." So one way or another, I'm going to play with a toy. So pick your poison. I'm a car guy. We're all slot car addicts. Yep. No, see, I can make everybody. If your wife gets mad at you or your significant other gets mad at you because you're buying too many slot cars, say, honey, I've got nothing compared to this guy. And just show her my channel. Better than crack, way better resale. Yes, Roski. Yeah, no, I couldn't afford that. Then you need a new wife. Yep. Let me get her right now. I can make any guy get his wife or significant other off of them. All I have to do is just show them my walls, because I literally have slot cars from 1.5 feet off the floor, except underneath the table, all the way around the room to the ceiling. And it goes all the way out into the hallway. And I'm getting ready to cover up 2 of the 4 doors that are in the hall. Exactly, James. Yeah. You're the Steffi. So Mike's trying to play catch up. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it adds up fast. I didn't realize it, but I have about $1,000 just in my table. Ours are hidden in boxes. Since he has a job, he has more now. We got a family competition going on. That's awesome. Oh wow, you got me way whipped. My channel had to buy my camera for me, and it's a Insta360 link. And if they didn't buy that, then I'd be stuck with my old Logitech that made clicking sounds. Well, I know you got one of my silver package cars. Can't take it with you. Nope. See, Roski, it doesn't matter what you spend on your table, man. As long as everybody, you get it up off the floor and you're having fun. That's bottom line. You don't have to build your own table like I did. I started out with literally one of those banquet tables. With the card table that I'm using right now for display, I put a 4x8 sheet of plywood on it, and a little 4x4 sheet on the L, and then I covered it with sheets. And that's how I started my table, literally. A card table and a banquet table with sheets on it. 3 of them. Wow, see? My memory's not what it used to be. Oh, nice. Yeah, I do what I can to collect the new ones. See, that's what I'm talking about, Randy. I saw whenever you did that. What bike? 3 buyers now? It's been a long time. What? Oh, 3 years. Oh. Damn phone. I love it when it tries to autocorrect to something that you're not even trying to say. I'm like, really? How smart are these smartphones, really? Nice. Yeah, they've warned me about my email storage on my other scottdanielmo@gmail.com. And so I get this, you're at 97% of usage. Do you want to buy extra? I'm like, hell no, I'll just start deleting. Oh, 3 racks. That's that's just getting warmed up, Roski. See, even Mark with Mark's Star Car Garage says he's not a collector, and even he's got cars on his wall. And if memory serves me correct, he's got one of these cases filled. He's too lazy to cancel it. Yo, yeah, the mayor has a huge setup. How long is your track now, Mayor? I own them. Nice. 73 feet. Wow. I meant, how long is your table from end to end? Isn't it like 16 feet or 20 feet? I thought you added on. I thought it was like 20 or 21 feet or something like that. I can't remember, dude. 22. See, I was close. It's foggy, but it's in there. Just shy of 22. Yeah. Oh, dude, those straightaways, that's what I love. And that's what Randy did with his long straightaways. Let these cars eat, at least get to open them up. That's why I love my bank corners. I know my track doesn't look that big, but it's 8 feet this way and it's over 8.5 feet towards this end. Whatever it takes, yes. Blow out that carbon, yeah. You got to clean the catalytic converters. 8 tables, 4x8. Holy shit. Damn, do you have your whole basement? Is your whole basement just nothing but a slot car track? That's insane. $37 15-inch straight in each lane. Nice. That's awesome, Slot Car Atlanta, man. You gotta send me a picture or take a video or something, man. I gotta see that. If you got a channel, I gotta see a film of that. That is awesome. If I ever am fortunate enough to finally invest and buy a house, if my wallet allows me to, I know that I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that I have at least a 20-foot long track. See, Josh with 406 Speedway did that obituary. So he's got his drag strip set up, and then at the end of it, he puts a pillow when he's doing the drag racing. And then when he's done doing the drag racing, he takes the pillow off, and it turns into a road course with a long straightaway. Just get a basement, skip the house. A huge garage with a bedroom. See, that's why, just side note here, I know there's 42 people here and they probably could care less about what I'm getting ready to say, but if you ever see those YouTube videos about people that turn those buildings into shops and homes, half of it's a shop and half of it's a home, you can make a damn nice house on the inside of some of those big 80 by 120 suckers. A hanger out back, yes. Yeah, I'd like to have a Jay Leno garage. I'd like to have the cars too, but I'd settle for just the garage, so I'd have plenty of room for different types of tracks, like something like Electric Dreams. Okay, so he does have a video. I need to check that out. Hey, there's Josh. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a great idea. No, I've got the drag race. We actually drag raced when I got them, and eventually, I've got those are all 4-gear funny cars that are already opened up. There's more over here, and then obviously I got all the 4-gear Top Fuel dragsters there, and there's pro stock cars in there too. So I'm all about the drag racing. And then Josh takes it to another level, and he hops his up with Viper stuff and puts Viper chassis underneath them. And so, yeah, I thought whenever I bought one of the Jag DR1 chassis or whatever it's called, I thought I was the shiznit with my Mike Neff Mustang, but apparently those Vipers are going to blow me away. Yep, Dragster straight track only. But they're fun. But without working on them, I'll tell you right now, they're slower than the funny cars, which is just makes no sense, but they are. Cool. Well, guys, Like I said, the Monday night shows, I try to go hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours if I'm on the track running, if I'm running behind to try to get the track set out. But I do want to encourage everybody to support Bob and the gang with the Electric Avenues tomorrow night virtual racing. I know they have their big unlimited class racing tomorrow night. And then Wednesday night, my friend, my buddy, my pal, him and his family, Adam Hurt, the original Adam Hurt, and Adam Slot Cars and More, Adam, Brianna, and Alex. He has his Wednesday night sales that he's got going on. Thursday nights, we've got ProTinkerToys.com. I don't know if he's doing an auction this weekend or not, or this Thursday or not. But I don't know about the race night, but I'm sure Brian will keep us up to date on that on his live feed throughout the week. And then at the same time, around 6 o'clock that they start race night at Pro Tinkers, my buddy Kenton that you see in here has pimped your layout with HO slot cars and trains. So if you don't want to start a YouTube channel and you want to show off some of your cool stuff, go there, hit the link, get it on your phone, show it all off. And like I said, I can't wait to see Paul's next Mustang that he builds. So my Mustang homie. And then Friday night, I don't know if Rich's Slot Car Room is going to be doing anything again anytime soon or not. But if he is, just keep your bell notification going. So if he does decide to do it live, because he is all moved back in. And that brings us all the way back to Saturday. And according to Keith Rooster Horton, we're going to have a look what Scott's got from him. I didn't get Steve with Rooster Racing's chassis in, so it looks like we've got another look what Scott's got from him. And anything else that comes in between now and then. And then we have our awesome auction, and we'll have our awesome giveaways. And if anybody gives me anything else to give away, we'll have another fun giveaway besides the pit kits that Adam and Brianna and Alex gave me. So once again, guys, I had fun showing off the track set, showing off all my bands, the Trans Ams. If you have any of those ones that I don't have and you're interested in parting with them, reach out to me and let me know. But I'll let you know right now, I'm broker than a joke because I really want to get my real Mustang running. But I'm sure that if I had to, I could try to work out a trade. But guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully I see you tomorrow night at the Electric Avenue, Wednesday night at Adams, Thursday night at PTT and Kenton's, and then back here Saturday night. Go check out the Monday Ramble with Toji Racing, and check out Jim's Slot Car Obsessions. He just literally put out 2 new videos. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go feed the dogs, feed myself, and then I'll get out invoices and emails for the people that won prizes. You guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.